Hey guys, in this video we will be looking at Microsoft Agent 365 licensing. What is included in the license, what is included in the E5, E7 and the standalone $15 per user license. So without wasting your time, let's just jump into this video and also discuss the requirements at the end. Microsoft Agent 365 licensing. What is it? It went GA 1st of May and it became available to all of you commercial customers. It's a $15 per user per month license. You could buy it in two ways, through this or through the E7 package. So let's take a look at what the E7 package is and how you can actually use it through the E7 package. So the E7 package has is $99 a user a month. This is the entire stack, as you will see in the next slide. The standalone Agent 365 license is just $15. So you get the agent control pane, you get the registry, governance, and all of it for $15. But here you get $99 and Intune, as you'll see here, Intune and everything is included. So let's jump over to the people who should get the license. These are the users. It's interacting with the 365 Agent 365 managed agents, the people who build and operate the agents day to day. So these are the owners. Like if you build an agent for a whole team and you own the agent, you are going to be the one who needs a license. And then the sponsors, they will also need a license. Who is a sponsor? This is covered in the Entra ID part of the Agent 365 video. So it's the next video. So keep watching in the series and you will learn who the sponsors are and how you actually set up workflows for when sponsors leave a team. So the managers, these are the ones that are overseeing the agents. So remember, if unlicensed users are using the premium capabilities, you might be out of compliance. Microsoft might come in checking, but just be sure you're not one of them. A question I get a lot from my customers is, can sponsor one sponsor own a lot of agents? Yes, they can do. So you have one licensed user here, and the licensed user can actually have a lot of agents, 1,000 plus agents. So you can have unlimited agents for the $15 a month seat. So what is the E7? E7 is the new licensing stack from Microsoft that gives you the E5 with the Entra suite, with the Copilot and the Agent 365. And down here you have the Work IQ that is goes around the whole thing. So the Work IQ is also included. So let's look at it in terms of this picture. You have the E5 here, which is $60, and you have all the apps, which is the productivity apps. You have the P2 Entra license, and you also have the metered Copilot Studio here. Metered is only when you have yeah, it's metered. It's not included in the E5, of course, because you have to buy this license to get Copilot Studio and Agent Builder included. So the Entra suite is $12. You have the suite here, which gives you this identity and access management. And then you have the Copilot, which gives you all of this. And Work IQ is, of course, included in the Copilot license, as you can see here. And you also have the Agent 365, which is the topic today. So what you get in Agent 365 is the opportunity to observe, monitor. This is observability and just manage the agents in real time. You can govern them through their life cycle. This is moving around the ownerless agents and making this life cycle automated so that you can actually, you don't need to do it manually, like reassigning agents that are ownerless to managers. Secure, this is detecting, for example, open claw agents locally and moving them to block if they're detected. And here is the E7, which is the $99. You can get it without Teams for $90, 45 cents. And this includes the whole stack. So you have the Defender, you have the Purview, you have the Intune endpoint. So this is kind of the real deal, the frontier firm license. For the Agent 365, this is for A365. You have the technical requirements, and Microsoft says that you require at least E5 or the following licenses. So you can have for conditional access for agents, P1, Entra ID P1, and ID protection for agents, you need Entra ID P2, and ID governance for agents, you need Entra ID P1. And for network control for agents, you need Entra Internet Access, and you will also need to turn on global secure access in the Microsoft Entra suite. So these are the requirements. This is the one which is from Microsoft, and of course all of this from Microsoft, but this straight from the documentation. So what do you really get with the Agent 365 license, the $15 per user per month? And what do you get in your cloud subscription? So what you get in your cloud subscription, let's cover that first in Entra. So let's begin with the value pillar here, which is observability. In observability, you will get these three, which is agent ID. You will get to see all the agents with their metadata. This is in the agent registry, where you will see agents built in Copilot Studio, agents built in Foundry, and agents built in the agent builder with their right agent ID, because agent ID is included, and you will see the permissions and access and security and compliance. But also you will get to see the usage insights, and these are very basic usage insights. So this is active users and response count. You will not get the advanced agent usage. This is only included in the $15 per user license. And the rest is the agent map. This is also only inside the Agent 365 license. And then you have the sync, registry sync, where you add agents that aren't managed by Agent 365. This is important because you can bring the Google Vertex, you can bring Salesforce agents, and then Graph API is also a new one, or another one that cannot be used without the license. And if you look at the Entra part, this now we are in governance. We are done with observability. We are into the governance. In the governance, you have Entra and identity lifecycle, agent identity governance. So access packages for the agents to define scopes for agent permission. This is only in here. You can watch the next video, which is about how this is created, and lifecycle management. So this is policies for automating sponsor-driven workflows. And this is also discussed in the Entra video. So if a sponsor leaves a company, for example, how do you deal with this and how the workflow works? This is only included in the Agent 365 license, of course. So this is a nice one. You have it in both. It's the publish, deploy, block, delete. So if a user publishes an agent that should be blocked, of course, this is a must, that it should be free, because if you're allowed to create for free, then you should be allowed to delete for free. So this is a no-brainer for Microsoft, of course. Lifecycle actions, this is condition-based rules. This is in the M365 Admin Center. This is, for example, the ownerless agents that they're assigned to the managers. Policy, this is also in the M365 Admin Center. You can apply policy to agents and AI teammates. This is also in the license. And now we are in Purview, and this is all governance still. So for audit logs and e-discovery for agent activity, you will get the basic audit logs. So you will be able to query content search, and you will be able to get the basic audit functions in your cloud subscription. But in here, you will get everything which is included in the audit and e-discovery for agent activity. For the data lifecycle management for agent data and interactions, you get this is only found in the Agent 365. So this is all the, what do I say, all the Defender features which are listed. If you look at this, so now we are, no, this is the wrong slide. So if we look at this, the data lifecycle management, this is the DLP policies and all that stuff. And for the agent generated data, what this means is if you have a file here, and this file is confidential, then Copilot creates a new file, and that file is also confidential. So how do you manage this newly created file? This is included here, so you can make it what do I say, you can make it compliant with your regulation and organization. So if we take a look at the security section now, I started making this video, but everything crashed, so I have to begin again. So this is the purview section. You will have the SPM for agents included in this Agent 365 license. You have insider risk for agents included. You have the sensitivity label. So if you, as I said earlier, create a document and a new document is generated by Copilot here, this document will get the highest level of the sensitivity label. So if there was a confidential and document 2 is public, this one becomes confidential. So this is inheriting the highest level. This is also available through the Agent 365 license. DLP for agents. This is there are two types of there are a couple of types now, actually, not only two. You can block that Copilot cannot access the, let's say, confidential files. You can also block that Copilot when using prompts in the web cannot access these types of files. So there is two ways of doing this. The content is not accessed at all, or when there is web search, this cannot access these types of sensitive files. And then you have the sensitive info types, the SITs, and you can set it up that once there is a SIT in the document, Copilot Studio will not process it. So this is the sensitivity labels only included in the Agent 365. And then you have CA, conditional access. This is in Entra. You can create conditional access for agents. We'll be covering this in the next Entra video, so I will not spend a lot of time here. And for Intune and the open close, the Cloud Code CLI, this should run on Windows managed devices with Intune policies. And then you have automatic Intune enrollment for Windows 365. This is all inside the Agent 365 license for the Intune. And you have the Microsoft E5 and E7, which should be the baseline here. For the Defender, this is the fun. This is the most fun, to be honest, for me. I've done a video about threat hunting in the AI info agents table, which is the table that has information about your agents. You can connect Copilot Studio and you can connect your agents in M365, and all these agents will be available for querying through Custo Query language. And if you want to learn how to set them up in Copilot Studio, I have a whole Substack blog about this. I will link it down in the video, down in the descriptions. What you get in Defender is basically discovery of AI endpoints for Shadow AI. And then you have the agent secure posture management. And you also have, remember, this one is only available with these licenses, the Microsoft Defender P2, and you have the E5 and E7 only. And then the posture, this is also available only for the Agent 365. And you have the suspicious agent activity. This is kind of if there is prompt injection and tool poisoning or invocation of tools, you will be able to use threat detection. And this is all turned on in Defender, and you can get them for your agents. You see? So in the second page here with security, there was very few things which are included in your subscription. And this is where your team should start thinking about how to approach this. Is it worth buying the license for the sponsor, or the owner of the agent or the manager, so that they can see what is happening? But this is something you need to discuss with your team. So two kinds of agents. This one is generally available on behalf of agents, and then you have autonomous AI teammates that run by themselves. There is this has not reached GA, so Microsoft will probably put a price tag on this coming up. But for now, it's free, so test them. I have in my last video, I deploy a sales development agent. You can see how that is done and how you apply the policies and how you make it available by creating instances and how it's connected to the agent ID blueprint. So I will skip this for now because you already know that the governance layer is the Agent 365, and then you have the people layer, which is your if you are using the free Copilot or you are using the Copilot licenses, that is it. And then consumption is, well, you need to plan for this as a team, because you will be overpaying if you don't plan for your Copilot Studio messages or Foundry bills. Quick walkthrough of what is where. So the control plane, agent lifecycle end to end, you have the Agent 365 living down here. And then you have the Copilot Studio and the Foundry control plane. So this is where you can define tenant level connector policies. This is all in the admin center for Power Platform. And then you can define tenant level security policies, which is in Purview, Entra, and Defender. And you can onboard the agent. So if you just define, build, approve, and manage, and follow the steps that Microsoft have defined, you will have a good baseline. So thank you for watching this video. And if you want to see the rest of my blogs and the rest of my videos, just scan the screen now and you will see connect on LinkedIn. And thank you guys for watching this video. The next video will be about Entra Agent ID, how Agent ID is used in Entra, the owners, the sponsors. So see you in the next video, guys. Thank you.